What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 41, season 4 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me as always is the man who is known by many names, but I know him fondly as Jmack Gaming.
What else? What other names do you know me as?
Justin.
Other names implies more than one, so...
Yeah, I gave you two.
No, more than one other name. Don't me. You should have this already.
I think that's it. I don't think any other name I would... Oh, Pop?
Yeah, Pops.
Pops?
They call me Pops.
You know you Pops? They call you Pops?
They call me Big...
the king of Bourbon Street.
They call me the king of Bourbon. They call me Big Daddy J.
Big Daddy J?
They call me J Dizzle. They call me...
do they call you J Dizzle? I've never heard that.
They call me Big Papa Pump. They call me...
Who calls you J Dizzle?
Everybody.
Oh, well, that's news to me.
Well, do you watch the news?
You know what I call you, which is the most important name of all?
Lover?
Well, okay, that too, but I was going to say friend.
Well, the feelings are not reciprocated, so let's get in.
That hurts my feelings.
Well, Chad, stop squeaking in your chair, and maybe I will take it back.
Fair enough.
We didn't even go over what Thunder did, so I still could have won. Or you still could.
Yeah, we have no idea. I don't think I did, but
yeah, I don't think an 83 main was going to win over a 99, 100, 100.
It was definitely better than SmackDown.
Yeah, fuck you. Whatever. That's just...
But whatever.
Chad, we got a big...
This is the most thing I'm invested in with your company, by the way.
That hurts. And that doesn't hurt, but that's fair. You really... Well, because you bet on someone, really. So that's why.
Yeah.
Maybe if you bet on the other program.
Jeff Jarrett getting a world title run is sick, too.
So. Yeah, there's some shit going on tonight. Including finding out who is going to, face off at Bad Blood for the women's title, Chad. And now you might be thinking, why is it going on a SmackDown pay-per-view? Because it is, damn it. Women's Invitational, we find out the two finalists tonight will. Tori Wilson and Lita both need a win to make it.
Now, will the women's championship be a SmackDown title then, or is it just going to be?
It's just going to. No.
Okay, so the finals just on SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't want to wait another month. I don't want to wait another month.
I think that's fair. I think that's valid.
It gives another match for SmackDown. It'll be a main card match.
Well, I would hope so.
Lita, well, you've run some main program women title matches on the pre-show before, a la Trish, Debbie Malenko.
Certainly.
Cutie Suzuki and what was I talking about? Lita and Tori Wilson are on top of the table right now. Both have 7 points going into tonight. If they both win, or if either one of them wins, they're guaranteed a spot in the finals. They're guaranteed a spot at Bad Blood. But if they lose, one of them loses, and Jackie Gata wins, then we have a dilemma on our hands. Jackie Gata I think she would be in over. She'd beat Lita, but she lost to Tori, so Tori's got the tiebreaker on Jackie. I think that's right. It might be flip-flopped. We'll find out after this, Chad. Cutie Suzuki, Kyoko Inwo. Cutie Suzuki gets it done, and Kyoko going winless in the whole women's invitational.
So poor Kyoko.
Sick. All of this from day one, as you can tell by my road agent notes, random. So she really just got fucked all tournament.
She just stinks.
She's good in ring too. She's getting 50s. She just couldn't.
She's getting unlucky.
She's just got. How did she lose to Mickey James? Like, I don't understand.
Wait, I don't get it.
Miko Satomura and Akira Hokoto. Satomura defeating Hokoto in 10-12 with a Death Valley driver. And Chad, that leaves us to the Jackie Gata match. Jackie Gata has to win for even a shot here at Bad Blood in the women's championship, and she gets it done. She does her job, Chad. She defeats Miyazaki in 10-12 with a submission hold.
You're damn right she does.
But now everything else is out of her control. Tori Wilson and Lita are up. I mean, Tori Wilson's taking on Chigusa Nagayo, who is in third place with points, or fourth place, sorry. So she's no slouch. But, Tori Wilson's on a run of destiny. You don't really think of her as a top main event, top
Certainly not.
in the women's
Certainly
division.
not.
But here we go. Tori Wilson, Nagayo right here. And Tori Wilson with a pure 29 gets it done. Checking the road agent notes just to make sure everyone knows. This is fucking random.
Thank goodness Nagayo was able to carry her to a 52 with her 60 performance.
Holy fucking shit. And now Jackie Gata's got to pray that Lita loses to Mickie James here.
Come on, Mickie James.
And Lita gets it done.
Make it a triple threat.
We now know Lita and Tori Wilson are the joint winners, as it says right here. They will face off one-on-one at Bad Blood for the Women's Championship. Chad, who do you got in that match?
Lita.
I don't know who's going to win. Who won in the...
I mean, who knows? That's a good question. Who won when they wrestled each other?
Let's look. Invitational, Lita and Tori. Tori won.
Okay, I don't think Lita's going to lose twice. I think Lita gets her win back and wins the belt.
Wow. Yeah, 8-1 for both of these women. Lita, her only loss was to Tori. Tori, her only loss was to Jackie Gata. Jackie, unfortunately, lost to Lita and Nagayo, so that really fucked her right there.
That loss to Nagayo really fucked her. It got her.
Yep. So Nagayo and Sanomura both finishing with 5 points each. Mickie, Cutie, Koto, and Miyazaki all with 3, and pour one out for poor little Kyoko. 0 points here in the Women's Invitational.
How embarrassing.
How honestly. Embarrassing. How embarrassing.
Yeah, imagine.
Let's get into the rest of the show, Chad. We start off with Alex Wright making his way down to the ring, Chad. We saw Alex Wright make his surprise return last week on Monday Night Raw, saving Kurt Angle. But, still at the end of the day, PJ Black, still won. Whatever. We don't fuck him. Boo. Boo him. Chad, boo. Boo him. Thank you.
Boo.
Alex Wright grabs...
You stink!
He grabs a microphone, he doesn't really need to explain his absence. Everyone knows that he went to go film Seinfeld. He's basically he's a movie star now. He's what The Rock was in 0203, but in this save.
Oh, he's the guy who's in Scorpion King?
No, well, yeah.
That's a funny gimmick if, Alex Wright just gets all of Rock's roles in real life. Gridiron Gang, sorry, Alex Wright.
Oh, the Tooth Fairy featuring Alex Wright. Fairy.
Oh, man, Alex Wright singing in Moana was just so nice.
He explains, he was filming at Seinfeld, and every day over there on the set, he missed this company. He missed being in the ring. He missed being the people's champion. And he expresses his gratitude for the warm welcome, the huge pop that he got last week. And out comes BJ Black. He says, shut the hell up. No one gives a fuck about you, Alex. Sorry, no one gives a frick about you, Alex, right? No one watches Seinfeld. Not even my grandmother watches Seinfeld. Hell, not even Linda watches Seinfeld, all right? No one cares, okay? You were gone for a little while, and while you were gone, I've kind of become the king of Monday Night Raw. I've surpassed you during the time you were gone. I'm the fucking interim world champion. I've done so much more for this company while you were taking your little Hollywood break, signing autographs for the people, doing the I'm so fucking cool, popular, look at me, blah blah, dance, shut up. Shut up. No one cares. And then Kurt Angle says, he comes out, Chad. Kurt Angle.
What's Kurt Angle have to say?
He comes on. He's like, PJ, if it wasn't for 6 other men watching your back at every single damn moment, I'd be the world champion right now. I got a proposition for you right now, Kurt or PJ. I got a proposition. And then Vince comes out. He's like, oh, hell you do. You son of a bitch. Do not make me. I did not forget that you choked my lovely wife and you held her hostage to get what you want. You don't come out here asking for matches. That's not your... I have half a mind to now fire you after that.
Oh, do it, coward.
If you want a match so much, Kurt Angle, you'll get a match tonight. Hell, Alex, you'll get a match too. Tonight in our main event. We're going to see Alex Wright and Kurt Angle. Maybe this new lover, buddy, cop duo tag team can stick together. They're going to take on PJ Black, my lovely boy Shane, Mark Henry, and Psychosis. The whole fucking group. A 2-on-4 match tonight.
Hell yeah. A 2-on-4 handicap match.
See if you walk in this arena with a smile on your face next time, Kurt. Because after my boy smacked that smile off your face, I don't even know.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even know. 2-on-4 match tonight, Chad.
Nice.
All right, let me get back to my card. We have Dean Malenko training backstage, and Bryan Danielson hobbles into the locker room, and he delivers some good news. He says, "Hey, Dean, I just heard from the anonymous Raw GM that you got a match tonight, Dean." And Nick Gage is in the corner stabbing a raw piece of meat. But he says, "Dean, you're in a number 1 contender match tonight." He says, you're gonna fight for the Intercontinental Championship potentially. And Dean Malenko says, "Hell yeah." And he's still doing like wrestling training moves. He's still doing like shoots. He's practicing his shoots. This man has no charisma. He says, "Oh, hell yeah, brother," and still works on his craft. He's one of the best to do it. And he might have a chance to fight for the Intercontinental Championship because he's got a number 1 contender shot tonight. We have our opening match tonight. It's Gabriel Burton and Dylan Martin taking on our new TNA Universal Tag Team Champions, Chad. That is, yeah, you guessed it, Air Paris and Rollin' Hard.
Hell yeah.
This match is brought to you by Skittles, and it's to showcase some of the young up-and-coming talent we have in TNA, just to get the crowd familiar with who they are. And Air Paris and Rollin' Hard, you know, they're the new tag team champions, but they can't get past Martin and Burton here, as they get Martin and Burton get the job done in 8:21 when Gabriel Burton pins Rollin' Hard with that crunching elbow smash.
Crunching, just like how I like to crunch all the Skittles.
Nice, Chad.
Yes. Air Paris and Rollin' Hard were hoping to taste the rainbow, but instead they tasted an L.
Edge and Christian are backstage watching that match, and they genuinely like what they see out of Martin and Burton. Both these Canadian boys, Martin and Burton, are both Canadian as well. They like the Canadian boys. A lot of Canadian action tonight, Chad. Is Dean Malenko Canadian?
No, he is not. I don't think so.
Okay, you're probably right. Okay, we move on. Chad, you're up next.
I'm gonna feel really stupid if I'm wrong. Oh, I'm up next? Hell yeah.
You come out with a special guest referee shirt, Chad. You're refereeing tonight.
So it's very clear to me that you people, you just can't get enough of Chad Collier. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm sick and tired of the conspiracy theory losing. And maybe I've realized, maybe I was wrong to blame Fig. And maybe I was wrong to blame China. Maybe I need to blame the referees. And that's why I'm out here tonight with my ref shirt on, to show what kind of officiating is deserving of a man of my talent.
Well, what happened was there was already 2 people in the ring waiting for their match. A referee never showed out, and that's why you came out, Chad. And in the ring already was Lenny Lane and our European champion, China.
I'm not.
So you're refereeing that match, Chad.
I'm sure I'll call it right down the middle.
Yeah, there were a couple spots where China would hit a big powerbomb on Lenny Lane, and you just started laying down and reading a newspaper that you had in your back pocket.
I love that, just the gimmick of me pulling out a newspaper.
and you were just like, oh, and then you started talking to the fans outside. You went to the table to talk to Jim Ross and Michael Cole. You couldn't give a rat's patootie about this match in the ring, Chad.
I mean, that makes sense.
But eventually you had to do your job, and China pins Lenny Lane in 8:52 with that massive hot new move, the powerbomb.
Hell yeah! What a new move.
They don't click at all, showed in their performance, which sucks. But after the match, Fig gets in and starts ripping your clothes off, rips the referee's shirt off, Chad.
Oh, I'm naked.
You guys are still fighting, and China, in like a cartoonish kind of way, grabs Fig's skull and grabs your skull and lifts you up, and you guys are trying to fight in the air still, like ah. And then she just stops.
And I'm naked.
And you're not naked. He just ripped your referee shirt off. You weirdo.
God, Jack calling airs butt naked.
My God, look at this little wiener boy.
God,
Sauce it. Teddy Hart makes his way down to the ring. He's in action against the future of WWE, I guess, proclaimed by Mike Tyson last week. It's Teddy Hart, Randy Orton, Chad. And these two don't have good chemistry, or they'd have a lack of psychology. This is Teddy's worst match. Not a good...
It says a lot about Teddy's match quality.
Yeah, not a great psychology match for these guys. But Randy Orton, this match, a flying crossbody was the finish? Are you out of your mind? No, the finish was Orton hitting 2 RKOs, pulling Teddy Hart's head up, and then hitting a third one and taking the pin. Teddy's in serious pain here, Chad.
Damn.
And out to check on his newfound boy was Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho coming out to check on Teddy Hart and pushes Randy Orton aside. He's like, "Hey, no more, guy. Hey, Randy, back off. All right, he's fucking hurt, Randy."
Chris Jericho versus Randy, that'll be sick.
What the fuck does that mean? He's just checking on Teddy Hart.
Potentially down the line. I just realized, if that match ever happens, it'd be sick.
It would be sick. We move on, Chad, and we have a new debut here in WWF.
Who is it?
He's a former WCW superstar.
Oh, good.
Straight from All Japan Pro Wrestling. A former NFL superstar. Here comes Monty Brown, baby.
Oh, hell yeah.
WWF and all.
Did you just outright sign him, or is it
WWF and All Japan have worked out a deal for a good old talent trade, a talent showcase. As we traded a superstar over to there just to showcase, just a talent trade between two good companies, Monty Brown will be here.
Good for Monty Brown.
Monty Brown will be here for a few months, a few weeks. We don't know. I don't remember how many appearances he's here for. It's not permanent. But it's just it's like an excursion for Monty Brown out of All Japan right now, just to come back on American soil, wrestle over here, and get some quality in-ring time, and then go back over there to All Japan. And he's taking on Ace Steel here, Chad. And Monty Brown defeats Ace Steel in 14:37 by a pounce.
Yeah, good for Monty Brown getting a pound.
Yeah. Some people would say, wow, you brought in Monty Brown, you're just going to make him lose. No. Why the fuck would I cheese the system? You got to earn your wins over here in WWF. Monty Brown, big win.
Right.
Big win.
And I bet Ace Steel was just biting angry.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay, good.
Monty Brown's actually technically more over in America than him.
That's due to some lovely booking from his old employers.
Yeah, and you just didn't do anything. Well, I think All Japan gave him the bag and a half, They pay him a lot of money.
If I remember correctly, I think I saw the contract offer and I went, never mind.
It's like $250 a year.
Yeah, it's crazy. I overpaid for him too.
Or a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did overpay because I wanted him bad, but All right, we move on. Our co-main event, Chad. It's Dean Malenko in a number one contender match, Chad, and
who may or may not be Canadian.
Who may or may not be Canadian. Chad, I'm gonna let you book who his opponent will be.
I'm booking who Dean Malenko's opponent is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say JBL.
That's a good guess. No, but you're right. It's Jushin Liger. And
I mean, there's a J and an L.
Yeah, that's why I said you're kind of right. Dean Malenko, though, gets the job done. 1955, a hell of a match here, Chad. Back and forth of two great technical professional wrestlers. They have a back and forth match, but Dean Malenko gets the job done in 1955 when he makes Jushin Liger tap out. Dean Malenko, your new number one contender here for the Intercontinental Championship.
That's huge.
That is huge. Speaking of huge, the Big Balbowski, not happy and destroys the locker room because he got looked over. You know, he thinks he should be the number one contender, and he wasn't even in this damn match.
He wants to be the top cock of Raw.
He wants to be the top cock of Raw. He wants to be the top cock of the Intercontinental Championship division. And he said that's all he can think about, all he can dream about, all he can eat about, and wasn't even in the fucking match, brother.
He just keeps calling it the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay, brother. All right. After that terrible, inappropriate saying by Chad, we go to commercial, and we come back, and it's a time for a main event. It's a 2-on-4 handicap match, Chad. But before they go outside, Vince pulls these guys aside, and he says he wants Kurt Angle and Alex Wright dead. More specifically, Kurt Angle.
Kill them.
Kill the son of a bitch. Rip his fucking head off. Shane, if you really want to be my son, you will kill that son of a bitch. Yeah, big match here, Chad. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go with the good guys, the two of the four.
Well, Chad will go with the two of the four, and he is right. Alex Wright and Kurt Angle get the job done after a lot of fucking shenanigans, Chad. Vince came out, Stephanie came out, and she slapped Kurt Angle, which, whoa. My sidebar came open. What was going on? Oh, man. Universal Studios shuts down popular Harry Potter attraction.
Oh, man.
Weren't you just there?
I was just there. I probably rode the ride.
This is what the perfect man and woman look like, according to AI. Wow, that's me.
Wow. Two white people. That's racist. Anyway.
Yeah, Stephanie slapped Kurt Angle, which in turn made Kurt Angle suplex Stephanie into the ring, which Shane did not like, and he started shooting on Kurt Angle. Fists, elbows, punches, licks, doesn't matter. All of them. Yeah. You never licked your opponent in a fight?
I guess not.
Well, you need
is that what my grandpa meant when he was like, "I'll give you a licking"? Is that what he was talking about?
No, he was. No.
Okay.
I wouldn't go back to. I would not go back to Uncle Jerry's house again, brother.
Anyway, what happens in this match, Justin?
Yeah, well, I don't remember anymore. Alex Wright taps out Shane McMahon as the finish, and they celebrate, Chad.
Yeah, we love celebration.
They send the fucking McMahon Black Dynasty packing. What's next in store for them? Will Vince kill them? Will Vince actually shoot Kurt Angle in a Hitman kind of style raid? We don't know. What's your Raid Shadow Legends, the best game of all time? It doesn't matter, Chad. What's going to happen? We'll find out next Raw. That's a good show. A 90. That's a good show.
Yeah, I mean, listen, a 90 is respectable.
Dean Malenko.
Just like Raid Shadow Legends is respectable.
Dean Malenko, number one contender. Alex Wright and Kurt Angle. They get the job done in a shenanigan style match.
They didn't die.
Monty Brown is here. This is the biggest show of Raw ever.
I was stripped down naked.
Yeah, we'll see you for Nitro. We gotta go clothe Chad back before he slimes around like a worm.
Alrighty, we are here on the second wrestling show on Mondays. WCW. We may be last on Mondays, but we're not least. And we had to be the
That is.
And I think we might do it with this show.
Oh yeah, probably. If you
and
don't,
of course, we do get the Triple Threat World Championship match tonight between Brett, Chris Benoit, and Shawn Michaels. Three men who know each other very well.
Very much so. Let's get into it.
We start off a pre-show bout. We start out with a pre-show match. And a pre-show bout that decent reaction of the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Noble No More James Gibson defeats Hercules Hernandez with a guillotine choke, Justin.
What made you want to bring in Hercules Hernandez here?
He's been on my roster for a long time, and I just said, fuck it. Let's have him wrestle. He's probably going to get let go, though, soon, to be honest with you. Because,
well, he was exhausted in a 10-minute match. He got a 32.
Yeah, not very good.
I think you should fire him after tonight.
Yeah. Thank you. Right. We've got a 6-man tag. We got Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman, and Alfred Snow taking on Disco Fury and the Hollies. And appreciate about that subpar wrestling a little heat. Tommy Dreamer, Sandman, and Alfred Snow defeated Disco Fury and the Hollies when Tommy Dreamer pinned Disco Fury with a pile driver.
I like how you're just going over the fact that you have brought back Disco Fury.
Yeah, he's back.
Chad not giving a fuck about his new signings. Disco Fury has been gone for maybe a year from WCW, and
now he's back.
And got pinned.
He got pinned
on the pre-show.
That's okay. No one watches.
And you know, sold it. Alfred Snow fractured his cheekbone.
Oh damn! And I wanted to see how he would do, so I called him up from developmental for one night. Carly Colon is here, and he's going one-on-one against Fit Finlay. And in a pre-show bout that had decent wrestling, but not much heat, Fit Finlay defeats Carly Colon and 10:07 with a tombstone pile driver.
Yeah, I think we've gone over the fact outside of recordings that Fit Finlay can still go.
Yeah, Finlay's over.
He's not over, but he still can go. And that's it showcased why he's 68 right here.
Exactly.
There's a difference between being over and being good.
That's fair. That's fair. He's a good hand.
Teddy Hart is not good. He's not over, but he's very good in ring.
But he'll give you a fucking 90.
Yeah, he'll pull out a 78 out of his ass for no reason.
And we open Nitro with it. It's not a promo, but one of the rare matches to open the show. We've got the semifinals for the Nitro side of the $1 Million tournament. Dave Bautista taking on Perry Saturn. And in a decent match, Dave Bautista defeated Perry Saturn with a spine buster and advances to the finals. He will face the winner of Devon Dudley versus Mikey Whipwreck later on in the night.
I can't believe Mikey Whipwreck won. And Perry Saturn, has he ever won a belt here in WCW?
He's a multiple-time tag team champion. I think he's won the U.S. and TV title, too.
Do you remember him being a U.S. champion in SmackDown?
I do.
I did. I forgot all about that. He was like champion at Mania.
Yeah.
I was looking back at my Mania results. I'm like, holy shit, Perry Saturn got a 91. It was like him and Kid Cash at Mania. I'm like, that whole reign has been blacked out of my head.
Perry Saturn got really over with you too.
Yeah, and then drugs, I think.
Yeah, and then drugs.
I have a strict.
That's the thing about Perry Saturn, because he was getting pretty over when he started working with Raven again, and then drugs. So I let him go. Perry Saturn gets in his own way.
Yep. Perry Saturn has screwed Perry Saturn.
He really has, because and then Gene Okerlund, he interviews Dave Bautista, and he says, "Dave Bautista, you have the potential to win the $1 Million tournament. You're going to the finals on the Nitro side. Do you have any preference on who you think is going to win between Mikey Whipwreck and Devon Dudley?" And Dave Bautista says, "I don't care who wins. I will destroy them."
Yeah, a man of little words.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's not that bad.
If he started busting out in a soliloquy, I would have been confused.
Not that bad in microphone either. which is surprising. No. Unless you didn't rate him on microphone.
No, I did.
Oh, perfect.
Rob Van Dam versus The Big Show. Rob Van Dam, he's backstage and he's talking about his big win against The Big Show. And The Big Show comes out and he says, he basically tells Rob Van Dam, you know what? You can talk you can talk all you want, Rob, because everybody knows you got lucky against the world's largest athlete, and challenges Rob Van Dam to a rematch tonight.
Oh, gross. I think you know how much I love rematches in back-to-back weeks. I despise them. I don't hate rematches in like offsetting weeks, but going back to back is just fucking. That's
fair.
It's what's the word I'm thinking of?
So originally it was going to be some kind of tag team match, and I scrapped it and said, no, that's predictable. We're going to do this instead.
I think you could have just had a promo where Big Show beat him down and challenged him again to a rematch next week.
That's fair.
I would have been, that's cool. Perfect. That makes sense. Big Show's probably just going to lose 2 straight matches.
We've got a tag team match. We got the Outsiders taking on the Harris Twins. And in a decent match, the Outsiders defeat the Harris Twins in 15:06 when Kevin Nash pinned Don Harris with a jackknife powerbomb.
Oh, man, I'm really intrigued to see if you can save the Outsiders.
We're gonna try.
Those are 2 guys that we have not looked at their stats to see if they can still go. So I don't know if these 63s.
The 63s are. Kevin Nash at one point was pulling out 90s, and so was Scott.
Well,
so
I was about to
decline.
I was going to say if this is a case of their skills decreasing and deteriorating, or is because they're just not over anymore because the absolute fucking downfall you've put them on has just ruined them. I'm very intrigued to see which one it is.
Maybe both.
Could be both for sure.
After that match, Hulk Hogan comes down into the ring to join them, Justin. And Justin, it's announced. It is announced that this year, the WCW Hall of Fame, we are inducting the 3 original members of the NWO.
Ah, interesting.
Yep. So Nash, Hall, and Hogan, they're informed of this information. They find out through a big video package. It shows that the night where they formed the NWO, and then it just shows like their little career as a group. And yeah, they announce it. And Hulk Hogan, Nash, and Hall, they've got tears in their eyes. They too sweet each other. The crowd is cheering. You know, I mean, they may have had a rough few years, Justin. But I challenge you to find 3 men who don't deserve to be in the WCW Hall of Fame.
Who don't deserve it?
I challenge you to find people who deserve it more.
Sting, Ric Flair.
I think Ric Flair's already there. We inducted him last year, I think.
Sting, Hart, Goldberg.
You could, yeah, but these 3, you can argue that there wouldn't be a WCW without these 3.
Probably, yeah, you could argue that. Nash seems like the guy to cry.
he doesn't take his sunglasses off. That's the thing.
These 2 I could see crying. Nash, I don't think he gives a fuck.
Yeah.
If I know Kevin Nash, he's like, oh, hell yeah, brother.
Hall and Hogan are crying, and Kevin Nash asks, do we get a raise?
Hell yeah. Is my checks going up, brother?
Yeah. Do I get a Hall of Fame check then?
Hey, EB, are my checks going up? I'm not taking a bump unless my checks are going up, EB. Oh.
Wow! When we come back from our commercial, we've got the second semifinals match: Devon versus Mikey Whipwreck, and Mikey Whipwreck gives a very respectable performance. He goes toe to toe. You can tell how badly he wants this, and you can argue, Justin, as far as people who need it more. I think you could argue Mikey Whipwreck needs the win more, but unfortunately, are not wants.
Mikey's never done anything in this company. Of course he does.
Except get to the semifinals of this tournament.
Yeah, what's Mikey's win-loss record going into this?
Who knows?
Okay. Well, now we have to look, Chad.
Now we have to look.
Well, tell me about this match while we look into it.
Mikey Whipwreck was coming at Devon with a lot of high-flying offense. He really, like I said, he brought it to Devon, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. Devon was able to get the win. And Mikey Whipwreck going 8-43 in this tournament.
He was 7-43 going into this.
Crazy.
And he said, "You know what? Fuck it."
Fuck it.
Yeah. That's not a great win-loss right there. That's a la 6 getting a cruiserweight championship going 2-20.
Yeah. Justin, that means that we have our Nitro side of the bracket done. And Ted DiBiase, he announces it. It's going to be Devon Dudley taking on Dave Batista. And then the winner will face the winner of the Thunder bracket, which will officially kick off, even though we've technically already had one match already, which will kick off at the starting at the next week after the pay-per-view. And then the winner of that will face the winner of Devon and Batista for the $1 Million Championship.
Do we have any, are you going to, leak us some information? Like who's going to be on the Thunder side?
You will find out on Thunder.
Okay. Well, that hurts. When's this match happening again? Next week?
Will happen next week.
Okay. All right.
We are backstage. The Wild Boys are watching the match, and they're so pumped for their friend Batista. They go, you know what, Batista, he's on his way. He's going to win the $1 Million Championship. This is Ken Anderson speaking. But guess what? At the pay-per-view, or not the pay-per-view, but when we go toe-to-toe against the Wicked for these tag team titles, we're going to beat them too. All right, and I don't know if you guys heard about this, but that match is also next week. So next week, the Wild Boys, we're going to stand tall with our tag team titles, that new $1 Million Championship, and we're going to send a message.
Well, he won't have the $1 Million Championship next week.
You're right, but he'll be the representative for it, I should say. But anyway, lots of wins for the Wild Boys, and they're excited. And then he's talking to Chuck Palumbo. He says, and tonight, one of us are going to go one-on-one against a member of the Wicked. The Wicked gets to pick. It's going to be either one of them. So Mil, Martez, Abyss. It doesn't. And I got to tell you guys, all right, I want to be the one who steps in that ring and sends a clear-cut message. A lot of people are saying that without Batista, we wouldn't have these titles. And I think that's ridiculous. And we prove that tonight. Right, Chase? And he looks over and Chase is like having a conversation on the phone again. And he's like, who are you talking to? And Chase is like, what? Don't worry about it. Yeah, Ken, you got this. You're gonna win tonight. And Chuck and Ken both look at each other and they're like, brother, you gotta get your head in the game, man.
Where the hell is Sean O'Hare?
And Chuck Palumbo gets so mad he throws Chase Tatum's phone across the room.
Damn, that's an expensive phone. It's 2002.
It is. It's like a brick.
Hold on. Who the hell is he talking to?
Who knows? And we get in the ring. Ken Anderson is in the ring, ready. And
there's just no build-up. It's here he is.
And the lights go out, and you hear this ominous music, and the smoke fills the ramp. And as the smoke clears, you see this person. And Mike Today's like, or not Mike Today, the Nitro announcers are like, well, who the hell is this guy? They don't know. And then he gets in the ring, and he introduces himself. He says, "My name's Relic," and he immediately clotheslines Ken Anderson, and they start fighting, Justin. And then about to have subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Relic defeats Ken Anderson in 9:43 with a frog splash.
That's a big win for Relic.
Yes.
I'm just now picturing him getting into the ring and just looking like that and saying, "Hi, I'm Relic."
I think instead of saying that, maybe you know what happens? You know what happens? It happens. The lights go out, and on the Titantron, you see the words "Killer," and then it flips backwards to say Relic, and then smoke clears, and then Relic shows up. Yeah,
he doesn't need to grab a mic and say, "Hi, I'm Relic."
Hi, I'm Relic.
What are you, fucking goober? What is he, me at the bar talking to a hot girl with big bomb balls? Hi, I'm Justin. No, he's a killer. Look at him.
Look at him. And yeah, then Abyss and Mil Muertes, they get in the ring, and Abyss, he says, he says, we knew that if we wanted to take those tag titles and once and for all, destroy the Wild Boys, that we needed more numbers. We needed someone just as wicked as we are. And there might be more. Who knows? That's just something that the Wild Boys are going to have to just stay up at night having nightmares about. Because WCW, something wicked this way comes. And the lights go out, and when they come back on, they're gone. What do you think of this little group,
something
Justin?
wicked this way comes?
You've never heard that?
No.
That's an expression. Oh, that's an expression.
Oh, my brain kind of fucking twisted itself trying to... Something wicked coming this way. So I kept reading it as... Something wicked this way. I'm really excited for this group if they're booked correctly. If I hear Abyss come out and say, "Hi, I'm Abyss,"
I'm Abyss.
I'll lose my mind.
In our co-main event tonight, we got Rob Van Dam taking on The Big Show.
Oh,
it was
no
announced
DQ.
on the way to the ring. It was announced on the way to the ring that this match was a no disqualification match.
Huh.
And in an exceptional match, The Big Show, after choke slamming Rob Van Dam through a table, gets the win.
Oh, okay. All right.
We see here Minami Toyota. She is on her way to the ring. She's got a microphone. And as she's walking by, she passes a fan who's holding up a sign. And the sign says, "I miss Trish." And it's has to be like a 7-year-old, right? It's not you. The other sign says, "Hi, I'm Justin." On the other side, no, it says, "I miss Trish." And Minami Toyota, she looks and she goes, "Where? You miss Trish?" And she takes the sign and rips it up, and the kid starts crying.
She also
and she
chops
gets in the
her
ring.
the chest too.
And she gets in the ring and she says, "That kid won't be the only person crying when I take your hero's championship, and I prove why Trish is nothing more than a pretty face. She doesn't deserve to be in this women's division. She doesn't deserve to hold that title, and she doesn't deserve to be in the ring with me. And I'm going to prove it. And Trish Stratus, you're going to go back to being nothing. Maybe you can go be a model somewhere, being in dumb, little B-list commercials that no one's going to watch. Or maybe you can go be, May in a calendar somewhere, but you will not be the women's champion." And then Trish Stratus, Justin, while Minami Toyota is talking and running down Trish Stratus, from the crowd, Trish Stratus runs through and attacks her from behind. And she grabs a microphone and she says, "Minami Toyota, I'm going to kick your ass." And Justin, they begin to fight, and security has to separate Trish Stratus, who is out for blood.
I'm excited for this. I hope Toyota just beats the shit out of Trish.
And our main event tonight, we've got the World Championship Triple Threat match. And, these three men, they know each other very well, right? Shawn Michaels went for a super kick. It was countered. Bret Hart tried to go for a sharpshooter. They countered that. Chris Benoit went for a flying headbutt. While he went for the flying headbutt, that's when the first Sweet Chin Music actually connected. Shawn Michaels right with the flying headbutt. But these three men, they're the best WCW has to offer on the Nitro side. So it was a hard-hitting match. It was very technical. It was a textbook wrestling match. And right when Chris Benoit was looking like he was going to pick up some momentum, maybe potentially get the win, he's attacked by Big Daddy V, Justin. And that inevitably, while Big Daddy V, after he attacked Chris Benoit, laid him out, Shawn Michaels was able to pick up the scraps and get the win and retain the championship.
Oh, Big Daddy V. Oh, Big Daddy V. What a piece of shit.
Then after the match, Big Daddy V, who's continuing to beat down Chris Benoit, picks him up, hits him with a giant Samoan drop. And and the announcers really sell it like, that is a 400-pound man who just Samoan dropped Chris Benoit. And Paul Heyman, he grabs a microphone and he says, Chris Benoit, Big Daddy V is officially invoking his championship match against you at Halloween Havoc. So just in a Halloween Havoc, Big Daddy V versus Chris Benoit.
I'm kind of stoked for that. Come on, Big Daddy V. Get the job done. 92. 92. Will that beat SmackDown, though, Chad?
It is. Who knows? It could, but also, I mean, SmackDown has some gamers. So
SmackDown hasn't had a 95 less in like a month and a half.
Yeah, they're on like a streak of excellent shows. So we probably won't, but we beat Raw, so it's our little victories.
Oh. So the cats are meowing. That's not true because SmackDown did a 73 last week.
Fair.
Yeah.
If you could just accidentally do that again, that'd be wonderful.
If you could run a Nitro without Sean, Brett, or Benoit on the main, it'd be a different story.
Main event, they're main eventers. They're allowed to be in the main event.
I ran Booker Hashimoto last week, you fuckface. You can have other people.
Yeah, fair. I had Big Show and Rob Van Dam in there last week.
Okay, that big five.
The Nitro 5, baby.
I think we went back. It's been like 6 months where there's been a main event without one of those 5 in it. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, obviously you're a big 5, but I feel like you've relied on them, Chad, and that's why there's been no other people out of that top 5 because no one else can break into the main event scene because it's only those 5.
Well, Big Daddy V is looking to break.
I like that.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah, I like that. I've been pulling for Big Daddy V for months now. Batista's getting there. I think Samoa, if you can. I mean, he's a drug addict or whatever.
I think he's a steroid user, right? That's what it was.
Yeah, Devon. Unfortunately, I don't know. Devon just is not great in ring, is he? Bubba, if he wasn't fired, Bubba should be in that big 6 right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone else I'm missing, right? Dreamer, I think, can still go. Finley, I think, can still go. They just need the opportunity too. Like a Shawn, well, no, because then it's still Shawn. Like, well, you know what I mean. I've ran this discussion down your throat 600 times already. I just want I'm just trying to have you spice it up a little bit.
Well, don't you worry. We got some things coming down the pipeline that I think you'll like, Justin.
I hope. If it doesn't involve those 5 in a main event match, yeah, I would.
I mean, Shawn Michaels is the world champion, so it'll probably involve Shawn Michaels. But who knows about everybody else? Who knows?
Yeah, no. Give me Bret Hart versus fucking Brian Lee. Give me it right now, brother. Give me Gene Okerlund RVD. Let's go. Run it.
Oh, Mean Gene taking on RVD.
I'll see you for SmackDown.
And we are here on SmackDown to go home before the big show. And Justin, I heard you have quite the doozy in store for us.
Who'd you hear that from?
Oh, the people on the street.
You gotta stop being on the street, Chad, you little street.
I love the street.
You little rat. You little rat.
I am the street.
You are the Rat King. Actually, you lost. Fig beat you. You're not even a Rat King anymore.
Oh, listen, I am the true king.
True king on what, Chad? You're a disgrace to all the rats around New York City. I love how I say something, I can hear you over there, but it doesn't pop in, so I just sit here in a quiet.
So you just sit here in a quiet thing being like, is he going to repeat it again?
All right, let's get into SmackDown here, Chad, while I check my emails.
Let's get into SmackDown.
I gotta go back to work tomorrow.
You do?
Are you excited?
For you to go back to work? No, yeah. I miss you.
Yeah, I'm still here. Tony's leaving this weekend too. What are you gonna do?
I know. I'm gonna be alone.
Oh, you can record TEW.
Good.
Oh, everybody, watch out! Chad could have a new TEW series out this weekend. Probably not, but he could.
I mean, probably not, but maybe.
Chad, back in the TEW gang. He loves it. He loves it. Let's get into SmackDown, though.
On SmackDown, yeah.
We start off huge, Chad, with a debut signing, Jerry Flynn.
Jerry Flynn.
What do you know about Jerry Flynn?
I know he's debuting on SmackDown.
What do you know about him, though?
Nothing.
I need you to stop this right here, Chad. Get out of this call. Go Google him, watch a match or two, and then come back.
Okay.
He got a 37, so not a great signing here for Jerry Flynn. But he beat Sting in 7:49 with a Savate kick. So, cool.
What a kick.
Yeah, what a kick. To move on, we also have Chris Hero defeating Jimmy Rave here in the pre-show, Chad. How do you feel about this one?
I love Christmas.
Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Oh, God, you went from awfully quiet to you eating your mic in like a span of 4 seconds.
Yeah, I'm adjusting my mic because it was having a hard time picking me up, so I wanted to move the angle of it. But yeah, good little decent little pre-show match here.
Yeah. All right, let's start the show, Chad. I
agree. Let's do it.
We get explosion. Welcome to SmackDown. And then the final boss's music hit, and Jim Cornette comes out, Chad. Just Jim Cornette. Ooh. Just Cornette tonight, Chad.
Now, hold on, everybody. My name's Jim Cornette. Now I got something I want to say.
Man, if I didn't feel that bad, I would do it. But Chad, I'm gonna need you to cut a promo as Jim Cornette, warning Jeff Jarrett one more time, and then going over showing him the graveyard of people. You know, he's got tombstones reading the names of people that have went up with Misawa and came out empty-handed. Chad, I need you to go over that graveyard.
Jeff Jarrett, now I've known you for a really long time. I respect you, and I respect the Jarrett family. But there's no family that I care about more than my family of the final boss. Now, here with me are tombstones of the people that the final boss has vanquished. And you see their names. You see The Undertaker. You see Kane.
No.
You see?
It's in a message. It's in a message.
It's in a message.
I sent it to you.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
I don't feel too great this morning, so I'm going to let Chad handle this.
I got you. You see these tombstones? You see The Undertaker? And I'm sorry, you don't see Kane. You will someday, but you see Steiner. You see Dupree, Goldberg, and Black. And right here next to me, Jeff, there's another tombstone. And me and the final bosses, we're going to etch your name in it. And at the big pay-per-view, I hope you've enjoyed your little 2 seconds of fame, Jeff Jarrett, because your record label's going to need a new face, and you're going to need a new face when the final boss rips it right off and buries you next to this tombstone.
Oh, thank you, Chad. That was good. That was good.
Thanks.
Shout out Kane. Shout out Kane.
Shout out Kane.
How dare you think he would be in the world title picture? How dare you?
How dare I?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all we need right there, Chad. Thanks. Thanks for that. No problem. We move on. We got an opening match tonight, Chad. It's London and Kendrick taking on a tag team we saw last week on Raw. The TNA Tag Team Champions of the World, Roland Paris.
Roland Paris.
That's the Cornette angle right there.
I'm back, everybody!
And about that 73. Whoa. Holy moly. Chad.
Eric Harrison getting a 66.
Yeah, that boy. You know, like we said last week, you just let him fester in TNA for 5 years. This is what happens. This is what happens, Chad. He's already outperforming Dave Bautista.
Give me Air Paris.
You give me someone, then I will.
No, I don't want him that bad.
You didn't even give an offer. You just don't want to trade. You just want him for free.
Yeah, just give him to me.
No. Yeah,
fair enough.
London and Kendrick defeat the TNA Tag Team Champions in 8-11 when Paul London hits Air Paris with a London calling. A big Big back and forth match with 3 high flying dudes and Rolling Hard, who's a big man, like just hits hard.
Who's hard? That's what
he's rolling hard, Chad. I'm hard right now. But that's the big dynamic of that team right there, Air Paris and Rolling Hard. You know, Air Paris has got the speed and the aerial, and Rolling Hard's got the hard hitting action. You know, he'll lay it to you. He'll give it to you while Air Paris is jumping off the top rope and doing a 360 no scope. You know, that's just the beauty of that tag team, and that's why it works so well. It's like Braun Strowman Ricochet right now, but Rolling Hard's just not 7 foot 100. He's like 6'1" and 340. Yeah. But as soon as the bell rings and the referee holds up Paul London and Brian Kendrick's hands, the lights go out, Chad.
The lights?
Yeah. And I made a bum. It's not the Undertaker. The Undertaker's not coming out.
Oh.
Surrounding the ring now are the family, Chad.
Ooh.
And they take out Paul London and Brian Kendrick, Chad. They warned us.
They warned them. They said they were coming.
They warned us. They kill Paul London and Brian Kendrick. Absolutely. Chris Hero, pile drives Brian Kendrick. Chris Harris, Mike Sanders, and Stevie Richards triple team powerbomb Paul London through the announce table. They lay it a wreck, Chad. And we have to go to commercial to fix everything.
Damn.
Commercial brought to you by Snickers. And we move on to our opening match.
Snickers satisfies.
Snickers satisfies, unlike me. We move on to the next match of the night. It's Chris Sabin and Tajiri of 74. Wow, SmackDown's on one right now, Chad.
SmackDown's on a roll.
SmackDown's on a roll.
Somebody call my mom.
What's your favorite Brodus Clay match?
That's my favorite Brodus Clay match?
Yeah.
Brodus Clay and Sweet Tea and a tag team match against 3MB on Saturday Morning Slam.
Mine was the one where they got canceled off of WrestleMania.
Yeah, why they get canceled for it again?
Time. Something.
What is like
something
that
went
versus
wrong.
like the primetime players or something?
No, it was like Brodus and the Funkadactyls against like Cody Rhodes and Layla or something stupid.
Oh.
I don't remember the exact match off the top of my head. I just know Brodus they got canceled, and on Total Divas they were really sad. Why do I know that? I don't know.
Justin's seen every episode of Total Divas.
That's not true, Chad. That's not true. It was Team Rhodes Scholars in the Bella Twins taking on Brodus, Tenzai, and the Funkadactyls. That was the exact match. I knew Cody Rhodes was in it because that just adds to my Cody Rhodes propaganda that he stinks. Shit's all. Did you just hit your desk out of frustration? God damn it!
God damn it!
Hey, he said another thing about Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna beat his white ass. Whoa! It's only spoken me. This SmackDown's taking forever.
Tajiri Chris Sabin, it's over with. What's next?
Sorry, I got an advertisement for a dildo right under Cody Rhodes. I'm joking, I didn't. We go backstage. We're in the Team Slaughter locker room. C.W. Anderson, he's hanging out. Johnny Storm's kind of fangirling, Chad. He's like, damn, C.W., you almost had it. You almost beat The Undertaker. You know what it would have done for you? You know what it would have done for us? You beating The Undertaker. You were so damn close. I'm so proud of you, C.W. And C.W. sends, Johnny, I gave it to Taker, but tonight I'm going to do one better. I'm going to get that win tonight when I take on his brother Kane. And I'm gonna make you proud. I'm gonna make my dad proud. I'm gonna make everyone proud. And I'm gonna showcase why Team Slaughter should be fuck, I don't know what I was gonna say. Doesn't matter. La Resistance are here. They're in Pittsburgh already, Chad, ahead of Bad Blood in 2 nights. And they're downtown, and they all spit in the Allegheny River, one of the rivers that runs through Pittsburgh. And they say this town is a piss hole. They're not happy to be here, but if they have to be here, they might as well wrestle. And they're laying out an open challenge at Bad Blood, Chad. Where'd you go?
Hell yeah, an open challenge at Bad Blood. We love to hear it.
I love to hear that.
Who will answer the call?
Will it be a 3-on-3 open challenge? Will it be a 1-on-1? I don't know yet, Chad. Who knows?
Who knows?
We move on from that, Chad, to a 3-on-3 match, Chad. Our favorite go-home match. It's the Funk Boys and the light heavyweight champion Shannon Moore taking on Nunzio, Amazing Red, and Super Callow. And the matches just keep getting better. 76, Chad. Super Callow. The faces, though, get the job done as they defeat the Funk Boys and Shannon Moore. And Super Callow pins Too Cold Scorpio with a top rope rolling head scissors. During this match, we saw Nunzio just laser focused on Too Cold Scorpio and Kid Cash, as he's not happy about getting fucked over and beaten down by those two. And Super Callow and Shannon Moore have a great one-on-one match in this, but Shannon Moore hit a move and then scurried out of the ring like a little coward he is, Chad. He's scared of Super Callow, and he should be. Super Callow, former AAA world champion.
Do you blame him for being scared?
He got a 73. Everyone on this show has been very good. Very good. We go backstage. Chavo. Oh, no, it's not backstage, Chad. It's back in Mexico. He's spending a day with his family before he flies up to Pittsburgh to fight in the Pittsburgh street fight. Or is it a Pittsburgh street fight? False count anywhere match. It's not a street fight. And you'll know why it's not specifically a street fight later. He's got a no-holds brawl, a no-holds barred, anything goes, who cares if you die match with Latin Lover for the U.S. belt, Chad. And he's spending a day, telling the Guerrero family that he's doing it for them. He's not going to let them down once again, Chad.
Good for Chavo Guerrero.
Doing it for his family.
He's doing it for his family. His La Familia.
La Familia. Speaking of La Familia, John Cena's in action. He's making his way down to the ring, Chad. He's taking on a man that you know all too well, Chad. And I'm not talking Taylor Swift. El Samurai.
Huh? What?
What?
Okay. El Samurai. I know him well.
What are you getting confused by?
I don't get the joke.
What?
I don't get the joke.
He wrestled on WCW.
No, I meant to tell you. I get that.
Okay.
I was referring to the Taylor Swift part of the joke.
Oh, All Too Well is one of her bigger hits.
Is it one of her newer ones? I'm probably I didn't know nothing about Taylor Swift.
What was that on? Red?
Oh, so it's like a couple albums old.
Is it? Red was
old. Wasn't Red? Wasn't
Red? Was
Red?
Like 2012? I don't remember when.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't know. I like Taylor Swift, but I can't call myself a fan because I haven't listened to like almost anything.
I hate that I knew it was on Red. First off,
but every Taylor Swift song I hear is very good.
I hate that I know it was 2012 as well. What the fuck? I picked the album and the year out. That's disgusting. Hey, I know my music, Chad. I know my music.
You're probably the most musically
knowledgeable
person I know.
Diverse is good.
Knowledgeable and diverse person I know.
All right, yeah. I keep putting away my spreadsheet. What do you know?
How many like albums, like new albums of people you don't know of, do you listen to in a month?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah,
a lot. Nice. I can only imagine how many artists I've listened to. I'll pull that number up after this show, and I'll tell you how much because there's a website that tracks all my Spotify listening, and it tells you how many different specific artists you listen to over the year. We'll pull that up.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm curious.
All right, El Samurai loses, though, in 1440. Backstage, Jeff Jarrett looks at the microphone. He says he's not worried about that threat. He says Jim Cornette's threat is an empty threat. And he says it doesn't matter. You can bring out all the final bosses for that match with Masawa at Bad Blood because he'll have the entire roster of Double J Records out to support him. And hell yeah, that means Burger Cade. That means Lance Storm. Not Lance Storm. That means Burger. I was gonna say Lance Cade, but I already mentioned. That means Dustin Rhodes. That means everybody in this stable will be out there to support me when I, put this gold plaque on the wall. And we're not talking records. We're talking the World Heavyweight Championship. Jeff Jarrett and Masawa, Chad. He's doing it for Double J Records.
He has to.
He has to. We move on. We get that match we heard about earlier. It's C.W. Anderson and Kane in a hard-hitting 17-minute match. C.W. Anderson defeats Kane here, Chad.
Oh, Kane. Wow, C.W. Anderson also slightly better than Kane in ring.
C.W. Anderson's a freak.
What have you done to Kane? What have you done?
What do you mean, what have I done? He's at an 80 pop. He's been at 80 pop for a year and a half. Ugh. He was actually a lot worse when he was with Snitsky and Gangrel, Chad.
Oh, yeah?
We can look at that right now. I'm not afraid to show you. He's at a 78 now because he lost, but look, he was at a 68 at one point.
My God. Yeah,
I saved Kane. I don't even want to hear it. What did I do? I realized what I did to Kane, and I brought him back to life.
Yeah, I'm currently in the process of planning out how to do that with Sting and Kevin Nash
and Canyon
and Canyon. I think that's about it, though. I think those are the only four that are like ridiculously sad. Everybody else is either really young or just not good.
We can look at Kane's like prime and like understand that like he only gets like 80s.
Right.
Like 81 with Liger back in early 2001. Like that's what he does. You know, him and 81 with The Rock. You know, that's so him only getting when in that 100 and 84. So that's when he was the most popular at that point. So you saying he only got an 83 and saying what happened? This is his prime. How dare you? How dare you, Chad? Yeah. But then after the match, Kane, he doesn't show C.W. Anderson the respect like his brother did. C.W. Anderson went for the handshake, and Kane just walked out.
Oh, I thought he was going to, like, extend his hand and then fake out. It's a choke slam.
No. Kane's embarrassed that he just lost to C.W. Anderson. And then, after that, we have our main event angle here. Don Fry, the knockout artist, and Arn Anderson make their way down to the ring. We had a big match here, Chad. Don Fry taking on a man that you know all too well. And I'm not talking Taylor Swift.
All right. Are you talking El Samurai?
No, I'm talking Scott Steiner.
Oh, everybody, hold on to your asses. I'm going to kick Don Fry in his skinny, snappy ass.
That didn't happen because Don Fry beat the piss out of him.
And then Scott Steiner, after saying that, lost.
After that, yeah, I mean, this match ended in 1751 by stoppage when Scott Steiner just could not continue because Don Fry knocked him unconscious, Jen. Don Fry's not pinning people. He's just knocking them out. And that's why Don Fry's so damn dangerous here, Jen.
Man, former multiple-time WCW world champion Scott Steiner getting knocked out on a SmackDown.
Well, to be fair, it's not like he got knocked out by fucking Jimmy Rave.
Yeah, it's true. He got knocked out by Don Fry. I mean, who hasn't, right?
Yeah, who hasn't? Cactus Jack got put in a puddle of blood, and that's like the band Puddle of Mud. After the match, though, speaking of Cactus Jack, he's on the Teletron chat, and he challenges Don Fry to a street fight at Bad Blood.
Hell yeah, I love that.
Oh, you may have hurt me, but you didn't kill me. Bang bang,
bang bang.
See you at Bad Blood, Don Fry.
That was a good McFoley, Justin.
It was all right. That's all I can do. A small little snippet.
That's fine.
Finish the show.
That's all impressions are really, for the most part, little small snippets, right?
92.
That is better than
Nitro. That is 100% better than Nitro.
That is better than Nitro.
I could have reversed C.W. Anderson and Don Fry, but Don Fry's the bigger story here, for sure. So we'll see. That's gonna happen at Bad Blood. You know, Bad Blood is a smaller pay-per-view, Jen. It's a B show. Really have
I mean, listen, we got Bad Blood, and I ain't talking Taylor Swift.
There you go, Chad. That's funny.
Thank you.
There's only like 7 matches on the card. We got we got Masawa and Jeff Jarrett. We got Latin Lover Chavo. We got Harlem Heat and the Final Bosses. Cactus Jack Down Fry. We got Lita Tori, Super Callow, and Shannon Moore. And then we have the La Resistance Open Challenge. That's it. That's it. We might have another match in there. We might. A cat meowed. I thought it was in my room. We might throw another one in there. Well, yeah, we gotta see. Nunzio and Scorpio kind of don't like each other right now. We could throw that in there. Just yeah. All right, we'll see you for Thunder, Chad, before I lose my mind.
We'll see you for Thunder.
What do you mean?
You heard me.
What did I say?
You said bitch boy.
All right, welcome to Thunder, everybody.
And an apology better come out of your mouth soon.
Yeah. We're here live on Thunder, Chad.
We are. That's the go home for Fall Brawl.
Bitch boy. All right, we're here at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Portland. Okay.
We are.
Okay. All right. Let's get into the show, Chad.
First off, we got ourselves a neat little pre-show match and then a pre-show bout that had terrible wrestling and nice as a crowd. A-Train defeated Champagne in 11:51 by pinfall with a flying leg drop.
I'm not taking it back now, Chad. You had Champagne lose again. What are we doing here?
But A-Train won.
Who cares? It's Champagne, not A-Train.
But I think I just got a great idea for our upcoming tag team, A-Train and Champagne, otherwise known as the Pain Train.
There you go. That's what I'm here for.
That's sick. And speaking of tag teams, so Quick City Kingpins, they wanted to continue to build their tag team chemistry. So on the pre-show, they got wind that over at NXT that there was an upcoming tag team that were really turning some heads, and they are Kenny Omega and Prince Devitt, known as the Bullet Boys, and they wanted to have themselves a little tag team match.
Are they actually teaming down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't you assign like the can't you like push people as a tag team down there? Can't you do that?
Yeah, I think so.
I know at one point I made them a team. Maybe not.
It does look like
the Backroom Boys consists of. Oh, never mind. I thought it was partly
we're gonna find out who the backroom boys are.
I think it's Carly Colon and Kenny Omega.
Yeah, and then Reno and Halloween are the breakout.
A breakout?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I could be wrong on that. Actually, Kenny Omega and Carly Colon are breakout. It's the other way around.
They're breakout.
Yeah, backroom boys are Halloween and Reno.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, anyway.
I just wanted to see if they were actually teaming.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, I kind of like Kenny Omega and Carly Colon more. Justin, we got ourselves another pre-show, but we got Great Sasuke versus 6. And then a decent pre-show match. 6 defeated Great Sasuke in 13-15 with a tombstone.
I think you're doing this just to hurt my feelings. I've been praying that you push Sasuke as a light heavyweight champion or cruiserweight. He'll fucking why? He's so good, Chad.
Listen, just because you lose in the pre-show, it doesn't mean that you're not.
No, that's usually not a good sign if you're losing in the pre-show. Are you going to compare Champagne's future to Sasuke's?
Who knows?
No. Okay. All right. Who knows?
And Justin, after the match, 6 grabs a microphone and he says, "You know what? I was watching Nitro this week and I was sitting back thinking about how wonderful my life is. And then I saw that Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Hulk Hogan, 3 of my best friends, members of a club that, I also was in, the NWO, going into the Hall of Fame. And, I saw them all there, too sweeting, and I looked and it made me just absolutely sick." He was like, "Not once did any of those 3 bastards ever say, 'Hey, where's 6 at? Where's our buddy Sean Waltman?'" So I decided at that moment, to hell with those guys. To hell with the NWO. And to hell with their Hall of Fame inductions. As far as I'm concerned, I would much rather be remembered for chopping my crotch than too sweeting. I would much rather be known as the 1, 2, 3 kid. I'd much rather be known as 6. And look at that! I've already disavowed my past, and I want a match, and the winning streak will only continue because I am here to prove that I should be the one going in the Hall of Fame, and not those 3 has-beens.
All right, two things. You said the introduction of the NWO to Hall of Fame were the original members, so 6 has nothing to get mad about.
I know, but he's still, but maybe that's the injustice. Why can't you just have me in it? Why isn't the whole, that's his
because then you would be introducing Virgil into it as well, and that's why. Not every member can make it. Second, stop eating your mic during promos.
And fair. And 6 is mine though, Justin. He should be there.
Well, maybe if
I think the win-loss record.
Maybe if he wasn't 5-44 in the last 2 years combined, I think they would have an opportunity. Let's just double check because I love looking at win losses. That's my favorite. I'm a stat guy, Chad. He's actually 6-4 this year.
Ooh, good little year for 6-Pac, but 27-40 all time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, because his big thing was he couldn't win a singles match. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. See, he wrestled a lot of tag team back in 01. Before the title match. And, yeah. Yeah.
My favorite thing there is the 6 and Jacqueline Moore match versus Rick Martel and some other scrub I saw that was weird. And Justin, finally, also on the pre-show, we got 5-star Chris Candido taking on Funaki. I just wanted to see if Funaki would have another 60 performance. He did. That's a great sign for Funaki. I put him with Chris Candido.
Did you think?
I just wanted to see.
You thought it was a fluke?
It was this was a test for Funaki, and even though he didn't pick up the win, he impressed some people in the back. So what's next for Funaki? We'll have to find out.
I don't know. You got a lot of guys up in the cruiserweight division that can go, but just haven't been given the opportunity to showcase their talents.
Right.
Funaki, Sasuke, but hey, here's Matt Hardy and Ray again. Boop.
Alrighty, and we start the show off. We recap what happened on Thunder last week, the beatdown the Council gave to Limitless, and the even worse beatdown that Minoru Suzuki gave to Bobby Roode. And we start the show, and the Council is in the ring, and Billy Kidman, he's like, well, how are we doing today, Portland? And everyone's booing him, and he's like, hey, don't be mad at me, Portland, all right? I did what I had to do. I had to do what was best for the product, best for Thunder, and that is for the Council to remain in power and to remain on top. And I had to show people like Bobby Roode what happens when you try to align yourself with the rapscallions, the hooligans, the ruffians that are AJ Styles, Juventud, Rey Mysterio, Super Crazy, that whole Limitless group. All right, and I hope Bobby Roode should be thanking me because I helped show him the path he should take for his career. Much like my friend Matt Hardy, who ever since teaming with the Council, ever since he put his pride behind him and did what was best for the product, Matt Hardy's the Cruiserweight champion. Suzuki, former Universal champion. The future is bright, and it's even brighter knowing that we are about to walk into Fall Brawl and out of Fall Brawl, a Council in power. And then you hear the music of Limitless, which I'm going to say is just it's like a combination of Ray and AJ and Hoovy's themes, as they're like the 3 like founding members besides Chef now, who's gone. So it's like the combination of those 3 in a little mashup. Anyway, that doesn't matter. The Limitless come out, and Rey Mysterio says, Kidman, we've had a lot of time to think about what we were going to do to plan our next move. You know, you were right. In war, you have to be tactical, and we have devised ourselves a counter plan. Hoovy, what's the plan? And Hoovy grabs the microphone and he says, we're going to beat the piss out of you guys tonight. And then they start running down to the ring. And Kidman says, Kidman runs out. He says, hey, if you're going to get involved, if you want to fight, then we can do this. I'll put every single one of you in action tonight against a member of the council. All right. But we're going to, but just remember, when we finish the job and we beat you down, you know, it's on you. And Hoovy says, Kidman, shut the hell up. He says, you can line up all your boys. We're going to knock them down. And we're going to do it for the fans here tonight. And we're going to do it for Bobby Roode. And then they storm down to the ring, Justin, and Kidman makes a match on the fly.
Big 4-on-4 match tonight?
No, it's not a 4-on-4 match. Each one's going to be in singles matches.
Oh, 1 second. I got to pull something up. Oh, never mind. It pulled up on the other screen. Perfect.
Juventud versus Eric Young kicks off our show in a decent match. Juventud defeated Eric Young with a dragon suplex.
Interesting. All right. That was a short little match. Damn, Eric Young he's not there yet. Hoovy is looking very stale.
Gimmick freshen up.
Yeah. Is that what that means? We got a poor gimmick. Okay.
Yeah. When you're getting stale, they need a new gimmick. Shane Helms, he says, Steven Regal, you attacked me last week. You challenged me to a rematch. You say my win is a fluke. There's nothing about my career that's a fluke. All right. I've been proving since day one that I can hang with anyone in this ring, and I do it time and time again. And you know, Thunder, I feel like it could potentially be the land of opportunity for Shane Helms. And all I have to do is prove to you and to all these people who, to be quite honest, might already believe it because they saw it with their own eyes that I am better than you, Regal. And at Fall Brawl, you want a rematch? You want to fight me? Fine, I accept. I'll see you at Fall Brawl.
Fall Brawl, Regal and Helms.
Bobby Roode, he all of a sudden a pickup truck pulls up to the arena, and Bobby Roode gets out, and it looks rough. He's like holding his ribs, he's limping, and you know, someone's like, Bobby, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. You're not. We don't even know. And he grabs a microphone and he says, "There's nothing that could stop me from being here today." He says, am I medically cleared to compete? Guess what? I don't care. Minoru Suzuki, this is war. And in war, sometimes you have to sack up, find it in yourself, your inner man, and pull it out. And you need to go to battle. So Suzuki, tonight we're gonna battle. It's gonna be me and you one-on-one tonight, and I'm going to do double the damage, double the punishment that you gave me. I'll see you tonight.
Hell yeah.
Bobby Roode versus Suzuki in the main event.
But
first, we have here a cruiserweight. It was supposed to be for the rematch for the belt, but I don't think I put it. But that's okay. That doesn't matter. Rey Mysterio versus Matt Hardy. And then about that superb wrestling in great heat, Rey Mysterio defeated Matt Hardy when Matt Hardy intentionally hit him in the head with the Cruiserweight Championship belt.
Interesting.
And then after Matt Hardy hits him with the belt, Taka Michinoku from the back, they come out and they start beating down Rey Mysterio. And AJ Styles, he runs down to the match. He runs down to the ring to save the day. And AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio, they get back up and they say, hey, where are you guys going? We're not done yet. And they said, you guys want to fight? Let's fight. And that sets up our next match, Justin.
What's our next match? Ooh.
We have AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio teaming up with Taka and Matt Hardy, and they have absolutely zero chemistry as partners, Taka and Matt, but that's okay. The match still got an 80.
Okay. All right.
And Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles defeated Taka and Matt Hardy when Rey pinned Matt with a springboard hurricanrana. And Billy Kidman, he's watching, and so far, every single member of his council have gone down to a very fired up Limitless. And Kidman, he looks over at Suzuki, and Suzuki, who just looks mad as hell. He looks intense. Kidman says, "You heard what Bobby Roode was saying?" Suzuki nods. And Kidman says, "They've gotten a win over every single one of us. Their spirits are high. Let's crush them. Finish the job." And Suzuki, he just leaves. And then we have over here, we have Low D, Homicide. They are in the locker room, and Low D, he's warming up. He's like working out. He's like lifting some like weights, and he's just looking focused. And Homicide, he comes in and he says, "Hey man, can we talk for a second?" And Low D's like, "Yeah." And Homicide's like, "Hey, listen, before I started teaming with you, I wasn't even on the card. Low D, you've done a lot for me. And Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas, I don't really care what they have to say. Low D, when you gave Sick Boy a platform, you gave Shark Boy a platform. Both of those guys turned on you. Lodi, I don't care what Benjamin and Haas say. I got you. We're cool. No one sees us coming. Why?" And Lodi turns and he says, "Because we're the masters of disguise." And they fist bump. And then Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, they walk by. They go, "Ugh, barf!" And they're like making like vomiting sounds. And Shelton says, "Wow, what a touching little Hallmark moment. But listen, actions speak louder than words, Homicide. And someone can only get sick. Someone can only put up with being held down for so long. And it's only a matter of time before you get sick of carrying the dead weight." The question is, Charlie, is that day going to come sooner rather than later? And Justin, and that's it. And then they walk away with an intimidating stare.
Okay.
And we've got Evan Courageous versus Canyon, and in a decent match, Canyon defeats Evan Courageous in 941 with a submission.
What's his submission, Chad?
He's got a brand new armbar.
Nice.
Yeah, the Canyon Kimura.
All right, we move on.
And Canyon grabs a microphone, and he says, and quote, "It's no secret that I'm having one of the worst little slumps of my career. And everyone's asking me, Canyon, what's going on? Why aren't you the man anymore? Why aren't you? What happened to you?" And I did a lot of soul searching. I did a lot of reflecting, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and it was obvious to me that the reason why I'm losing, the problem with my career, is each and every single one of you disgusting people. And boos rain down, and he says, "You see what happens? What happens when you start to embrace you people? What happens is you start to get complacent. You start to rely on the things that gave you that attention, the things you crave. And so you realize if you want to keep them, you have to push yourself to be better. So you push yourself and you push yourself and you push yourself. But no matter how hard you work, no matter how much you try, you always get passed up by the new hire or the next guy up who are all worse than you in the ring. And it's because you people don't know talent when you see it. And it's obvious to me. So as far as I'm concerned, all of you people can kiss my ass."
I'll kiss it. Okay. All right.
And Justin, we've got CM Punk taking on Matt Cross today, and in a decent match, CM Punk defeats Matt Cross with an arm triangle choke.
Another win over Ken Shamrock's little boy.
Yes. Oh, okay. Well, I think I thought he had a promo. He does not. But Jeremy Borash is here, and he's got the Tough Enough contestants, and he says, while they've been away, here is what they've been up to, and it just shows Nick Dinsmore and T.J. Wilson. Because remember, in a triple threat match, Kevin Steen won, and so he's immune from elimination this week. So Kevin Steen's been kicking back. It shows him back in Canada. He's just drinking beer and just watching. They have hockey in the fall, right? Yeah, they're watching hockey.
Not in September.
He's watching preseason hockey.
Jesus Christ.
That's how much he loves hockey.
Where the fuck's Christian York?
Christian York, he got eliminated.
Yeah, but he wasn't even supposed
to.
Look,
Christian York is a relic of the past.
Austin Aries was in the fucking match for some reason. All right, it's shenanigans. I told you I will not stop, Chad. He got it's not fair to Christian York. He should have an actual match with the actual supposed to be in the super. Like someone wasn't even in it. Who wasn't in that match? Was TJ not in it?
No, yeah, it was Eddie Cologne on accident.
Yeah, and then Austin Aries was in like the immune match. So what the hell is going on here, Chad?
TJ, what happened to Austin Aries would have been immune?
Yeah, so a fatal four-way match happened with 3 guys on Thunder and a coach, and Christian York got eliminated in that match, and TJ Wilson wasn't not even in the match to be even eliminated. How is that fair to Christian York?
You're right. It's not fair. An injustice has been served, Justin.
You got to do something about it, Chad.
And after we see the montage of the training segment, he pans up. He's got the 3 of them, and he says, "Now, Nick Dinsmore, T.J. Wilson, you will be facing off at Fall Brawl, and the one of you will be eliminated, which would bring us down to just 2 left, 2 members of Thunder, and one of them, Kevin, will be you. What are your thoughts?" And Kevin says, "What are my thoughts? My thoughts are, it doesn't really matter, JB. To be honest with you, this tournament lately has been kind of a joke. I mean, Eddie Cologne wrestled and pinned Christian York, and then what? And then Austin Aries was here. It's to be quite honest with you, Jeremy Borash, as a host, you're doing a piss poor job. But nevertheless, it doesn't really matter to me which one of them are left, because I'll send them packing just like Eddie Cologne sent Christian York packing for some reason."
Yeah, look, until Christian York gets put back into the Tough Enough, I have no other choice but to not give a fuck about this tournament.
Fair.
If you're going to cheat Christian York out of a spot, what do you want me to do? If you're not going to take this seriously, Chad, why would I?
That's fair. That's fair. Here's that promo. CM Punk, he's backstage, and he says, "Bring that camera up to me. I have something to say." And it pulls up, and he says, "Matt Cross, Lash LaRue, I hope you saw that even on your best day, neither of you can go toe to toe with me. And the reason for that is because, simply put, your mentor, Ken Shamrock, he's overrated. He can't hang with me. And, no matter how many times I try to say that, no matter how many times no matter how many times people on the street probably tell Ken Shamrock he's not a better wrestler than me, he insists on wrestling me at Fall Brawl. So Lash LaRue, Matt Cross, I want you to listen very closely, all right? Listen carefully. That's why I got the camera so close to my face. After I embarrass Ken Shamrock, after I beat him, and your hero falls and you need a new mentor, there's no better mentor than CM Punk. I mean, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. All I do is wrestle. And I wrestle a whole lot better than Ken Shamrock."
Hell yeah. Speaking of Ken Shamrock.
Wow, I just forgot to speak there. Speaking of Ken Shamrock, and it's no sham that The Rock is out here tonight. And basically, we have the official weigh-in, Justin, of the Universal Championship match.
Okay, was that it?
Yeah, and then afterwards they just have themselves another little war of words. Rock, and Raven. They've been having a little verbal thing back and forth. I was planning on writing something down, but I forgot, so I don't know what to say here. But the weigh-in was nice.
The weigh-in was nice.
But the weigh-in was nice. And our main event, we got Bobby Roode versus Minoru Suzuki. And then about that good wrestling and distraction from the crowd, Minoru Suzuki. And you have to assume it was Bobby Roode's pre-existing injuries already at the hands of Suzuki that softened him up here, because even though he went toe-to-toe, he held his own. And he gave Suzuki an ass kicking at one point. Like, Suzuki came down to the ring, and Bobby Roode ran out down the ramp while he was walking out with a steel chair and just started beating his ass down the ramp, threw him in the ring. Like, he was going toe to toe with Suzuki. But it just, at the end of the day, man, it's the beatdown Minoru gave him last week just caught up to him, and Minoru Suzuki does pick up the pinfall over Bobby Roode.
Yeah, we need to figure out I know what's going on with Thunder right now, why you have such bad matches. It's because Don West and Mike Tenay, they don't have good experience. Or good chemistry, right? Announcing quality. Great chemistry. Announcing quality. No, it's not even have that great chemistry. They're just penalized for low experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
chemistry and experience are two different things.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. So but in order to get them experience, we have to have them out. So.
All right, that's it. That's Thunder. Oh
no!
You did the.
I did the gimmick.
We're
both even on the build to the pay-per-view.
For a good guy.
But Justin, what are you looking forward to Fall Brawl? What are you looking forward to the most? Because I'll tell you what, Jeff Jarrett versus the final boss himself, that's going to be sick.
I'm looking forward to Rock and Raven after a nice weigh-in.
After a nice weigh-in?
God, what else is on this card? Punk and I like Punk and Shamrock. I wish there was a little bit more build to it.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say there's still some story to be told for that program. So.
Yeah. That's kind of it. That's kind of it. I'm excited to. I can't give a fuck about the Tough Enough until Christian York at least has a chance to come back, even if he loses. Give him the opportunity to, I guess. To Canyon hate. Why did you only do 3 angles?
I don't know. The Thunder's been the wrestling show lately. It's been a lot of matches.
No, I mean the title names for them.
Oh, I don't know. I was going to do it, and then you can tell I didn't think about it for other ones.
Bobby Roode responds, Canyon hates you. All right, we'll see you for
Limitless look to even the score.
We'll see you for the big pay-per-view. That was a 30-minute episode of Thunder Chad.
Nice.